Hey people on the internet, this is RC2000 and with me, as always.
Yeah, that guy.
You're just gonna put that guy. You know what? From now on, when we do a versus, I'm just gonna, instead of putting NS, I'll just put that guy. I'm no longer gonna put NS. I'm not joking. I'm gonna put that. Okay. Anyways, today is a special day because...
Well...
Like things. E3 just ended, so we're gonna talk about the conferences, and this is gonna be a T.I.T.O. or Two Idiots Thoughts On.
Yeah, if you guys
special edition.
Yeah, because if you always thought T.I.T.O. was always gonna be about video games, well, you're wrong. You're dead wrong.
So E3 is not about video games?
Well, this one is, but we're not playing a video game. Instead, we were watching something.
Well, technically, T.I.T.O. stands for Two Idiots Thoughts On, so it doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be a video game. So,
yes, technically.
Yeah, although the original concept was kind of like that. But anyway, let's go and talk about the conference in E3. Starting with Microsoft, because, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you. I thought Microsoft was going to be boring, but to be completely honest, it was a little bit better than last year's. Because last year they were so technical and no video games announced. This year, it was the total opposite. They announced a bunch of video games.
Yeah, I'll give it
which I thought it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Brilliant, quote-unquote brilliant.
Yeah.
Alright. So the first game, it's obviously...
Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Because we don't have enough of those.
And I believe it's going to be the continuation of Modern Warfare, because the title is called Advanced Warfare.
Well, I do hope it's called Advanced. and once that we know, it's like actually a prequel.
It could be.
It could be a serious thing. But actually, the game looks pretty good. It actually seems to be well, a warfare.
It's a war, of course.
Like in a big town, you see it's probably New York. I'm not pretty sure.
Either it's New York or it's like Tokyo. I don't remember because I saw I believe there was Japanese kanji all over the place, so it might not be New York as we're thinking.
Well, you might be right. I have an image right here, or rather a video thumbnail.
Yeah,
I think thumbnail, I see some katahanas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or is it I don't know. I'm trying to learn Japanese. I don't know the difference between katahana and hiragana. Moving on.
Anyways, but there was a slogan I thought it was nice. It was pretty much when you remember the guy losing his left arm? And then the slogan appeared, power changes everything. Now my question is, will this game have a guy, after losing his arm, will he have a mechanical arm with superpowers or something? I don't know. It could be... Call of Duty never did that before, so...
That would actually make the game interesting, so I doubt it.
Yeah, and since it's Xbox One, I really don't care.
but yeah, it's Call of Duty. There's nothing. The other thing is that it was announced that it was going to be exclusive DLC for the Xbox One version.
Yep.
And that's all I have to say. Although the visuals look really great. And that's all I have to say, really, because Call of Duty,
Anyways, next up, a man called Dan Greenwald announced Forza Motorsport.
Yeah. Wait. Did you say Dan Green?
Dan Greenwald. Greenwald is his last name. I'm not even kidding.
Green. Anyways, back to the game.
And the game was No, first Forza Motorsport, then Forza Horizon 2. What? Forza Motorsport was the first one he announced. And then it was Forza Horizon 2, but that was with a different person on stage.
So anyways, vehicles, yes.
Yes.
Have you seen this last year or something?
Yeah, they announced it.
It's each time they show a Forza game, or a vehicle game for that matter, they always show, look at these things, they look beautiful.
Look at this Porsche car.
Yes, they look good, although I would rather see, I don't know, a race game.
Or gameplay.
Actual gameplay.
Seriously, guys. Unless it's still on the works. If it's still on the works, I can understand that, but...
But that's the thing. They're just showing the same thing as last year. I don't care.
Look at these cars. Look at these cars.
I don't like generic racing. I'd rather play games like Mario Mario Kart or
Burnout.
Or yeah, Burnout is
Burnout. Yeah.
okay. Burnout is not the thing that comes in Muppet, but yeah, it's less generic. But
yeah. But besides all of that,
yeah, it's Forza.
It's Forza. Deal with it.
It's just to compete with GT's games.
Yeah, with Gran Turismo. Yeah, the Gran Turismo games for the PlayStation.
Which I also don't
universe.
think they're that good. Well, not that I've ever played them, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of generic for me. It's a fucking...
Anyways, moving on, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to get words. Let's move on. That's a great
Evolve, the game called Evolve.
First-person shooter. Ooh,
yeah,
ooh,
nice. With exclusive beta and DLC first on Xbox One. Yay! Like we don't care. It's like every single game. Oh, it's exclusive.
So, according to this I'm reading here, it's actually the same developer team that developed the Left 4 Dead series, so it's definitely probably going to be a co-op. Especially since there's apparently 4 characters with the different classes of medic, trapper, support, and assault.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's probably going to be a co-op first person, which I'm up for it. I don't know.
It might be.
We'll see how much evolution this first person has. I'm so funny.
Anyways, the next thing. Okay, now this is a game we all know. Assassin's Creed, the new game, Unity.
Surprisingly, for some reason, the summary for this thing actually skipped that. I don't know why. Probably because they show it in Ubisoft. But anyways, yeah, Assassin's Creed.
In this game, you can play co-op. So this is going to be technically the first ever Assassin's Creed game to have co-op online or not. You can have up to 3 friends making your own brotherhood. So it's like there are going to be missions in that game where you need 2 players or up to 4 players. And I find that fascinating. That's going to be interesting for this Assassin's Creed. I believe Assassin's Creed
what
is
I'm thinking. What's that going to evolve with the story? Because we know that for a fact that this is like... Okay, you should be better at explaining the story of Assassin's Creed since you're the one that's been playing out lately.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what's the end of Black Flag, so this is a continuation.
True,
but
I'm talking about the fact that since we have the character going to this system that...
I forgot the name of the character. I know it's Adrian.
Doesn't matter right now. Let's move on with whatever. I'm not gonna say hard words. What are you talking about? Anyways, yeah, using this machine just to check the memories of your ancestors. So I wonder if the other 3 assassins will also be like, I don't know, like the other assassin characters that are also using the Animus.
Yeah, the Animus, yeah.
So I don't know, maybe there will. Also, I don't know why there's apparently a big complaint. Well, okay, not big, but there's a complaint that all the assassins are male.
But now they said there probably will be some female characters, strong female characters. Now my question is, will that really happen?
I don't know. We'll find out in Assassin's Creed
Unity.
Coming soon. Unity, whatever.
And also they said they will not make this game for the PS3, just like they did with Black Flag. So that's not gonna be possible for me to play this on the PS3, so it's going to be exclusive to PS4 and Xbox One.
Okay, I already knew that it was going to be, but I'm pretty sure Black Flag is in PS3.
Yeah, it's also... Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
why
that...
Did you...
No, I said that Unity will not go to PS3, unlike Black Flag. That's what I said.
Okay, I thought that I heard you wrong then. Anyways, let's move to the next game, shall we?
Dragon Age Inquisition. That sounds like Skyrim to me.
That's Dragon Age games already been up like in Xbox 360.
I know.
I don't think they're JRPGs because I don't think they're from Japan. So they're just Eastern RPGs.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
I really don't know much about those games, to be honest. It's like I did check a bit of the first game, I believe. I think it's like kind of like Mass Effect, kind of like that. Besides that, I really don't know much about the game.
It's medieval
like
times.
Medieval times, yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's all you got to say. Next game is Insomniac's game called Sunset Overdrive, which I found the game pretty hilarious itself.
Yes,
yeah,
the
look
funny
at me. I'm this guy who's running around the neighborhood. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you. Boom.
oh, God. The funny
That
thing
guy's
is,
so hilarious.
the Taylor does make fun of the fact that the Xbox always has like first person. In the beginning of the Taylor, you like see like it seems like a first person at first, and then it's just like the door. Zodiac games, yeah, pretty subtle there, by the way.
Yeah. And guess who
then
was
the guy just
speaking?
pops out and kills everybody.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
then there's like kind of story plot, and
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like a fun game. That's probably why they made the Zodiac made that game. So, we don't have interesting shooter. Let's get to Zodiac because fucking they have weapons like shit.
And the guy who was speaking after that trailer was actually Ted Price. I
Of
think
course.
he's senior producer, I believe.
Yes.
I think he's a senior producer. Yeah. Wasn't he on the Ratchet Clank games as well? If he was on Insomniac.
He's a CEO.
Oh, CL. All right, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
After that, Dead Rising 3 with the DLC, which I found it hilarious. Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha, making fun of Street Fighter, of course.
Of course.
Like, why wouldn't they do that? Of course, you have Ryu as a zombie. You have Chun-Li is a Dead Rising zombie.
No, they're not Dead. Well, they are the Dead Rising characters that are just using the costumes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
if I remember correctly, it's now available on Xbox One. Get it now while it's hot.
because Microsoft needs the money.
Yeah, but anyways, this is a game like a 4-hour co-op that plays a bit like Dead Rising, but they're fixed weapons. You don't actually make their weapons, and it's 4-player co-op, and it's pretty much a beat 'em up, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty much that like that. Yeah.
All right, but what's next?
Next up is Dance Central. Well, whoop-de-doo, like we didn't know that game from Xbox 360 days. Yeah, right.
That's a game. Moving on. Really, I have nothing to say about the
game's not called Dance Central. It's called Dance Central Fantasia Music Evolved. So I'm gonna guess this Dance Central game will feature Fantasia music soundtrack.
Maybe.
I'm just guessing. I heard Fantasia, so I'm gonna guess it is. Anyways, next game, Fable Legends. If you know Fable from the 360 days and Xbox days, well, this is the game for you.
Well, yeah, pretty much it's just the Fable for Xbox One. It's American RPG, or Eastern, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much that's all we really know because it's a Fable game. And to be honest, I really don't care much about the Fable series. I'm not a big Eastern RPG guy because mostly JRPGs. But anyways, what's next on the list?
Sparks for Xbox One and PC.
Sparks is pretty much the like Little Big Planet, only more RPG style, which I guess it's cool and all. Yeah, it looks good, but yeah, it just sounds like it depends. If they have like a single player like Little Big Planet, it might be good because otherwise, if you have to create your own game, yeah, not many people unless they are creative. Like, yeah, but it sounds good. Also, one thing was revealed there, which probably pissed off many people.
No, I didn't. I don't watch like everything after the press conferences, but tell me anyway. What is it?
You remember after the Taylor, there was a certain squirrel that appeared there.
Oh, squirrel, yeah. What's that about?
That is, I forgot his name. I'll be right back with information. What we got today about Conker, yeah, that's his name.
Conker's Fur Day. Conker's Fur Day, am I correct?
Yeah, with that, they thought they were going to announce a Conker game, but it's just a DLC for Sparks. Which kind of pissed off many people, especially how many years since the game was released for the Xbox. So yeah.
I don't remember I don't remember the year release of Conker's Fur Day, to be completely honest.
I wouldn't know. I never played the game, and
I me neither.
It's been years. Well, it's been more than 10 years.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess we
especially
can
since the real release of the Xbox version.
Mm-hmm.
So what's next on the list?
It's do you remember that trailer that had a forest and a sparkly little lighty thingy? That's called Ori and the Blind Forest.
Good.
I mean, the
trailer my summary doesn't have for some reason. Anyways, go on.
But looking at the trailer of Ori and the Blind Forest, my initial thoughts were like, so am I the hero or am I the villain? Because I was a little like, okay, who am I? Am I the light guy, or am I the big fatso dude that is ill?
I'm trying to remember. That's like a side-scroller game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like remember the Clank levels from Into the Nexus? It's pretty much like that. It's like that.
Oh,
that
okay,
style.
I remember. That's kind of look like Limbo, if I recall.
Yeah, more like Limbo.
Oh, maybe
indeed.
no. I think there was a sequel to Limbo. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, but
been a while.
you get the picture. You get the picture.
Yeah, I get the picture. It's side scroller. There we go.
It's a side scroll game. It looks cool, but I don't know. See, you're in a forest that is blind. I mean, everyone will not see you walking around.
Isn't that like Limbo?
Yeah, Limbo did that too. Although I never played Limbo, but yeah.
Play it eventually.
Nah.
Make you play it somehow.
Anyways, the next trailer. Actually, I had a feeling this would be this series because I was looking at the guy on a suit. It was in space, and then he said everything you knew will be gone, and I'm like, hold on, this is Halo, isn't it? And then Halo appeared, and I'm like, I was right. It's Halo. Halo 5, ladies and gentlemen. Halo 5 Guardians, I should say.
Yeah, a new Halo game, but not by itself.
Because it will also include all the previous Halo games.
Actually, no. They announced the Halo the Master Chef collection.
Yeah, the Master Chef collection.
That's
Master Chief. Not Master Chef. Master Chief.
I don't care. It's a Master Chef to me.
He cooks.
Master Chef is... okay, I can say Chief for some reason. But anyways, the collection will include the first 3 games. I think.
No, it was 1 to 4. I believe they said 1 to 4.
Okay. Either ways, it will have, which is good for those that want actually to see what Halo is all about, and also because a lot of people think that Halo 2 is the best. Also, the multiplayers and whatnot. So yeah, you can play that game if you want. It's available on Xbox One.
Indeed. And after that, Chris Charla showed up, explained the IDs of Xbox, pretty much the independent games. Kind of like libraries that you buy like for $4.99. You know those little games? Pretty much those are the IDs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be here thinking a bit. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you tweeting about, I think you said IPs instead of IDs, and I'm like, wait, IPs? What the hell is that? What is he?
Wait, put IDs?
Yeah, you mentioned IDs, and I was like, IDs? What the crap is this? And then I remember,
I don't remember. No, I don't think I put IDs. I meant IPs. I'm pretty sure I wrote IPs, but I'm not going to check that right now because I've made so many tweets during E3 that it's not even
not even funny anymore. But pretty much they're games from independent companies. You can buy them all on the Xbox Live, pretty much. Download them all, and you play them either for free or you pay them. Isn't that always? You gotta pay.
You pay them or you pay them. Yes. Anyways,
free. Anyways, after that, Tomb Raider and I forgot the title of the game. The first name.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
The sequel of the reboot, which was apparently really good. I didn't play it.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. We don't know what it's going to be about, but I guess it's cool. I don't know.
Because
it's kind of hard to talk about the games that we actually haven't played, the prequels, or the games that we never heard about, or stuff that they never show much.
But when I saw the trailer, I was looking at the person that was sitting down with a hood, and I was like, there was a psychiatrist, and I was like, wait a minute, why do I have the feeling I know that person? And then Lara Croft showed up. I was like, wait a minute, is this Lara Croft that's sitting on that chair?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. I like how the psychiatrist says, well, what do you do for a living? Oh, you do this for a living. Well, if it's a hobby, it's fine.
It's completely fine if you go yourself into danger.
Yeah.
It's like you die. Then it's not funny.
It's like Nathan Drake going on his own. Anyways, later on. Next game. A bit of gameplay of a game called The Witcher Wild Hunt. Another medieval game. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't remember that one.
I was like, wait a minute, why? Is this about witchcraft? If it's about witchcraft, we have to kill the witches.
Kill the witch!
Burn the witch!
Oh,
because when I saw Wild Hunt, I was like, wait a minute, is this about killing witches? Because the title, oh my god, yeah, is it about killing witches? No, it's not. It's pretty much a medieval RPG game, kind of like Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah, it's an open world game. Basically it's an open world game.
Okay.
So it's like Skyrim.
So it's like Skyrim. So it's Skyrim then. That's not really.
Spin-off of Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen.
Skyrim without the title.
But pretty much the gameplay looks fine. I don't mind the gameplay. But anyways, and next up, the game called Killer Instinct. Another FPS like we didn't know. I think it's an FPS.
Killer Instinct FPS? Isn't that a fighting game?
Wait. What type of game is Killer Instinct? I'm trying to remember here.
This is a fighting game. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the game afterwards. They announced. But
they announced the DLCs or something. I really don't have the summary of that part because fuck whoever wrote this blog. I should have noticed this beforehand, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. But Killer Instinct looks alright, but it's not a game that kind of interests me, to be completely honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, the next game, Ryan Bernard announcing Tom Clay's The Division.
It's a third-person shooter, if I recall.
Sure, yeah. Pretty much all Tom Clancy's games are third-person shooters.
Get to there! Let's move on.
Anyways.
We don't need to talk about it.
Nope, because we all know what they are. Platinum Games with the game Scalebound. Scalebound? Am I saying this correctly? Scalebound.
I hope you are, because I
can't. Scalebound. Scalebound is...
T.I.P.
Knowing Platinum Games, or Clover as they were known back in the old days, because we know them, Scalebound is I don't know if it's a Japanese game or if it's some sort of...
Well, Platinum Games are Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese.
Yes, but I forgot technically what type of game Scalebound is. I'm gonna guess it's an adventure game, but I really don't remember.
It might look like an RPG. I'm going to check it there right now while you talk about it.
I'm trying to remember by memory.
Because I can do that.
Yeah, but Scalebound, Scalebound looks stunning, but would it be a game that I would buy just for having an Xbox One? I don't know. I mean, at this point in time, I don't know if I should trust Platinum Games. I don't know, really. Cause,
this it's probably a RPG.
A JRPG, yeah. That's
or it's more an action slash game, maybe.
Yeah, because it looks like it. And then the last game they announced after Scalebound, obviously a game that I own but never played the sequel of the Xbox 360. It's called Crackdown.
So what's Crackdown about?
Crackdown is pretty much Crackdown has a bit of, it's like Infamous. Think a bit of Infamous, but you have a bunch of guns, and it's kind of like GTA.
Think of Infamous, but with guns.
It has a bit of GTA influence. It's like open world. You're in a town, and you have to do certain missions.
So GTA on crack.
Yes.
Down. So that's the title.
But
there we go.
But this Crackdown game is technically the third Crackdown game, because there was 2 Crackdown games for the Xbox 360. I owned the first game, although it doesn't work anymore because my disc got scratched and broken.
How did that happen?
I think I dropped it accidentally, and then...
well, we'll fix it.
I found Crackdown on sale, so the 360 game, don't think of the Xbox One game. There's no release date yet. Well, 2015, but no actual release date. But that's beside the point.
Alrighty then. So
and then Microsoft ended with Phil Spencer again. So to summarize everything, Microsoft was a little bit better than last year, but technically not the overall winner.
Yeah, well, definitely, because as far as I'm concerned, the only game I really care of the list of games we talk about was definitely I don't even know the name of the game. That's great. I'm interested in this game, but I don't know its name.
Halo? No.
No. Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, Sunset. Yeah, Insomniac, of course.
Because it feels like a bit of like famous Mr. with Ratchet and Clank, and I love those two game series. So it looks really interesting.
It looks cool, yeah. The guy, the main character, he's funny as hell. Hey, why not?
Actually, people are actually calling this the second Deadpool game with weapons.
No.
He was doing a lot for wall breaking in that paper alone. It was hilarious, and hopefully there will be a lot more in the game itself. Besides that, there's, I guess, if you want to get into it, well, I guess that's interesting, but besides that, not really much I can say about that.
Anyways, let's talk about now, excuse me, that was my throat. Let's talk about now the small companies before we go back to the big ones. Starting with Electronic Arts, or EA for short. First trailer of EA, Star Wars. Lovely. Star Wars Battlefront. Lovely.
Is that an MMORPG?
Yeah, it's the MMORPG. I don't know if it's going for consoles.
Okay, so I've been reading a bunch of stuff. Okay, not a bunch, but some stuff. And apparently, the last Star Wars game they announced ended up being cancelled. So hopefully, this one won't be cancelled.
Unless this is a cancel game with a different title, but I don't know.
That just sounds silly.
But knowing EA, hey, you may never know.
Okay, now I can see why. I'll talk about it in a bit when we get to the next game. But before, there's nothing much I can think about it because I actually haven't watched this part of EA press conference because I really didn't care that much.
Well, the next up is Dragon Age Inquisition once again, but this had a bit of a little difference. You remember the soundtrack that Microsoft did? Well, EA made it different. Yeah, that's what they put a cello girl playing the soundtrack for the trailer. I'm like, wait, what? Microsoft didn't do this. Since when EA paid for this? What?
Oh, God, Jesus Christ.
Wow, it's like having an orchestra or something right in front of you, but come on. There was no need for a cello girl on it. Yeah, only not really.
Jesus.
And then there were, I remember that the stream, the player I was watching of EA had issues. That's why I wrote it down with microphone issues, but obviously it was not from there. It was the player itself that was streaming, had some issues. So I was like, oh God, I'm looking at the trailer slowly with issues.
That's the audio department. The people
audio department.
are not responsible for the mics. Because
yeah, I know.
They have to mess up with the stream. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about here.
But anyways, after Dragon Age Inquisition, guess what? Besides EA Sports, what's the other EA game that is so famous it's not even funny? Oh, come on, this game is so familiar. It's so known. Maxis is the producer.
You know, I don't really know much EA games besides sports.
Well, EA Sports later. But before that, I'm going to tell you. What if I tell you The Sims? Does it tell you something?
Oh, yeah, Sims 4.
Yeah, they announced The Sims 4.
Oh, yeah, EA does those. I don't really care.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, not this again. No, come on. I had enough of The Sims already. The Sims 3 was PS3. No, The Sims 4. Oh, yay. I'm happy.
More stuff available because we...
More emotions and all
Honestly,
that. Honestly,
I really don't care about simulator games. I really don't have that much fun playing them.
You're just God and you pretend that you know what you're doing. Oh, I'm gonna put Jesus here. Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna summon Jesus into this game.
No. Then you summon the Dead Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
God, Jesus. Can you really do that?
Well, the Grim Reaper is technically in every
this
game.
simulator is really unrealistic if that's true. God, Jesus.
Well, they're trying to be more realistic this time, but
are they? Are they really?
Graphically, maybe, but everything else, I don't know.
Let's just skip to the next.
Anyways, now EA Sports. Now that you mentioned EA Sports, remember the UFC game?
Sports. There we go. Done.
You remember the UFC game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta put Bruce Lee as a DLC character. A playable character, I should say. Well, they said playable character, but I'm gonna guess it's a DLC.
Oh yeah, that's when I started actually watching that, and I'm gonna ask you
because
why.
Bruce Lee!
Fuck it, we'll put Bruce Lee on it. Maybe we'll get more attention that way. Guess what? It didn't work. I really don't care about that.
I mean, UFC, it looks cool and all that, but with Bruce Lee, I don't know if that is going to get a lot of attention. I mean, EA has been doing that a lot, I know, but honestly, I don't care. Seriously.
And guess what else I don't care about? Every sport games in EA, because sport games, they are the same thing every year. I don't care, and I'm not drunk.
Well, pretty much every sports game, the only thing they do is pretty much refreshing they've refreshed
also the
the
teams and whatnot.
all the teams. Yeah, like for instance, we saw a trailer of NHL, we see PGA Tour, golf game, Madden NFL, FIFA 15, NBA Live. Yay! I'm happy.
Yay! Now we can move on to better things. Like,
anyways, oh yeah, there's a game in development without a title by Criterion Games, showing a game that includes pretty much every vehicle in existence. There's cars, jet skis, choppers, motorcycles, and also parachuting, apparently. So
parachuting? That sounds like a really random game.
But I mean, they said it. I mean,
so what exactly is that game, anyways?
They didn't show gameplay because they're still developing the game. They only show like
the game. It's coming sometime, or maybe not.
It's pretty much they were showing the behind the scenes of what they were making, pretty much all the ideas and all that. So, I mean, we'll see. Anyways,
okay. One thing I must mention here, because this bothers me to no end. I don't know why they bother to actually try to announce games that are still in development if they don't even know what the game is, because they just show this stuff.
It's in
that's
paper.
the best way to describe it, and you're just like, "What's this game about?"
Yeah,
it's like,
but
it might turn out to be canceled and never heard again, and people will just eventually forget. So I don't see the point of putting games that are being developed and not knowing where does it go. It just seems pointless to me.
Yeah,
if you want to actually announce it, announce it when it's ready.
Computer. Pretty much it's on paper and computer. That's it.
Jesus.
Anyways,
it was a good idea, but not really.
Anyways, the next trailer that we saw on the EA press conference was the game called Dawngate, and I'm trying to recall what Dawngate is. What kind of game is this again? It's a game.
I wouldn't know because the thing doesn't say.
I'm gonna guess Dawngate is kind of like an action adventure game or some sort. It's kind of like that, if I'm not wrong.
So what exactly did the trailer say, if there was any trailer?
Well, I think it's the story about some warriors, but other than that, they didn't really show a lot more.
Because fuck you people.
Because it's a teaser trailer. Well, screw you all. We have the power.
Why you show you this game that you might forget in 5 minutes? Which was exactly what I did.
Also, remember the company DICE made Mirror's Edge?
Oh, those guys.
Yeah. Well,
I do know DICE a bit. I do know that Mirror's Edge was a great first-person platformer.
Well,
which
most
is
people
kind of rare, actually.
Yeah. Well, they announced Mirror's Edge 2. Well, they showed
Mirror's Edge 2 has been announced for a long time.
Yeah, but they showed like Fate, which is the main character, Fate's designs, which I mean they look alright in paper and computer, but we gotta wait until the game shows up. Because
basically still a first-person platformer.
Yeah, pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, but many people have been wanting this game for a while, so that's cool, I guess. I never played the first one because reasons.
Reasons.
You need an Xbox for that.
Reasons that are unknown to us. Screw you all.
Oh God. Okay.
Anyways, and the last game they pretty much announced was Battlefield Hardline.
And
then a first-person shooter.
A first-person shooter.
And now let's move on to Ubisoft's press conference.
Oh, we forgot to say Mass Effect 4, and that's where are you going?
Oh yeah, Mass Effect 4. Oh,
it was there. I remember.
I swear to God, I didn't take notes because I didn't notice Mass Effect 4.
Apparently not. But anyways, there was a trailer, apparently for Mass Effect and other stuff, actually. But yeah, Mass Effect 4. It's going to happen.
FPS. Yeah, deal with it.
It's not an FPS.
It's a third-person shooter, then?
Oh, well, I guess it's kind of like Skyrim, only like space.
Yeah, I know Mass Effect is in space. I can tell that.
Space is really huge. Also, there was here we go. The discovery of new Dawngate. The good thing this is in the order they fucking show it, but whatever. Anyway, let's move to Ubisoft. Actually, let's talk about the big thoughts on EA, which we don't have.
EA was. I think the only thing
Moving on.
No. Wait, let me say. I think the only thing that EA only shows that is interesting for the audience is just EA Sports and Sims, and that's it. I guess.
Wait. We care about EA Sports and Sims.
Well, most people do. I'm not saying if you might not care, but most people do. I'm just saying what the general public reacts.
If it's gonna be like this, okay, we know that they're gonna bring a new football game, by football, soccer, whatever.
Soccer, yeah.
American football, whatever. It just seems the same thing every year. And if you're gonna make a press conference, I don't think it's a good idea. We know you're gonna do those games. You don't need to tell me there's gonna be app graphics, new ways to feel like you're playing the game for real, even though you could probably go outside and play football with your friends and stuff. It just seems, no, I'm ready if you announce other games besides EA Sports. As for Sims, okay, maybe that one you can announce that there's new stuff and whatnot, but it still doesn't seem to be that interesting to show in a press conference. They should focus in games that are actually different and things that people are expecting from them to show. And that's the best wording I can put because I'm really bad at wording. So let's move to
anyways, the Rated M press conference, as I want to officially call it, because goddamn, they always say the word shit and all the jazz.
Mostly Miss,
that girl.
That woman.
Girl. That woman, yeah. She's always like the...
She has a name, but I don't care.
I forget, yeah.
Okay,
well, future RC will text their name.
No, I won't. That's work, and I want to upload this in the same day.
Okay. Anyways, the first trailer they showed, well, an indie game. Like, we didn't care about it. Far Cry 4.
That's not an indie game.
It has zombies, doesn't it?
But you know what an indie game is?
I always think indie games are zombie games.
No, indie games are independent.
Alright.
Games like Super Meat Boy, fucking Limbo, stuff like that. Not that.
Okay, what type of game is? Okay, then let's see what Far Cry 4
for starters, and Far Cry 4 is not actually a zombie game. Last time I checked, I don't know much about it, but I don't think the main focus is zombie. I think.
Well, the only thing I know is that I think they announced Far Cry 4 last year or something. I think it was still in development. Maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember.
But that tower was kind of,
It was kind of, teasing. Yeah. Teasing.
Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So what was next?
Just Dance. The dancing game. You dance and that's it. Also,
let's move on.
Oh, no, wait. And then, what about that app?
Move on.
Also the app.
You can play with your phone. Great, let's move on.
Tom Clancy's The Division again.
Okay, third-person shooter. God, Jesus Christ, we're getting creative with these, aren't we?
They always match.
Why they're making two whatever his name, games at the same time?
Yeah, I really don't get it. Anyways, a Dan racing game called The Crew, kind of like Burnout. In a certain way, because it has missions, I know that. The Crew has, like, missions and all that jazz.
I'm trying to remember that right now, but, whatever. The Crew, here we go.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Burnout games, only the difference is, I think there's a little difference.
So this is apparently going to be an MMO racing game.
MMO, yeah, pretty much. Because I know it's open world, I can tell that.
Mm-hmm.
I know it is.
And according to this, there's going to be a beta opening in July 23rd.
Yeah, they announced
So look up for it if you are interested. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know for what consoles The Crew will go. Probably Xbox One and PS4, maybe.
Most likely, yeah.
They would most likely. Anyways, also I found this trailer of Assassin's Creed Unity so funny because if you listen carefully, well, if you know a lot of songs, there was a song of Tears for Fears, a band from the 1980s. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and I put in a note because I found that trailer pretty interesting because they put it a song from the 1980s. Like seriously.
Yeah, that's why we can't put the trailer up because copyright.
Yeah, but it was a good trailer. But Unity promises. Anyways, moving on because
we're very talking about Unity.
Yeah,
so.
and show
it's an interesting game more than anything else in this list.
Besides the gameplay, there's a game called Shape Up, which is a rhythm game where you use your whole body to do stuff. It's like Wii Fit, only the difference is you make rhythm out of it.
You know, if I wanted to get busy and get to the gym, I would get to the gym.
I don't know why they make these games, to be completely honest. I really don't get
I guess if you want to have fun, yeah, make like fucking fitness into a game, sure, why not? But
I mean,
it's not something you want to announce in the press conference.
I mean, the guy that was doing the first rhythm game, the first rhythm mode, he seemed to enjoy himself.
Well, yeah, there's a thing about enjoying himself and just making a fool of himself, and that was making a fool of himself.
But he won his former self from breakfast. I can tell that much.
He won a great lunch before the E3.
Oh boy. Anyways, the next game was Valiant Hearts: The Great War, a game that pretty much the story will be on World War One.
How should I put this? I'm trying to remember what was it about.
It shows World.
Apparently, this is built in the same engine as Rayman Legends, of all things.
Jesus. Well, it's Ubisoft, of course.
Makes sense.
Of course, it makes sense. They show one last game. It's another Tom Clancy game, but it's called Rainbow Six Siege.
Except it doesn't have Tommy thing in the beginning, but it is.
Because screw you.
Because screw you. Rainbow Six Siege is another Tony Clancy game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First person shooter, go!
Yeah. Okay, Ubisoft. I thought it was interesting, but there were some things that shouldn't even be there in the first place.
Okay, let's be honest here. I don't see why Ubisoft and EA bother to actually make their own press conference, because, let's face it, because most of the games they announced, they already been announced in Microsoft, and they're probably going to be announced in the Sony one. So what was the point of that?
Hey, remember.
It just seems to be wasting everyone's time with the. I mean, I know they are big companies, but they're not console material, so it's not worth it.
Well, I remember that Square Enix once had like a press conference, but they stopped doing it after after last time because they were smart enough.
And let's face it, Square Enix is kind of bigger than Ubisoft and EA, in my opinion. But you know.
But whatever. Anyways, now let's move on to the big company, Sony.
Yay!
With Destiny. Wasn't that announced last year?
Yeah, but...
yeah, but they didn't show, like, gameplay, I believe.
They didn't?
I don't think so. Or maybe they did, but it was still in development. Now, but I believe Destiny, this trailer kind of showed that Destiny is, like, a little bit better and whatnot, but I don't know. Destiny looks cool. It's like, I know it's a shooting game, I can tell you that, but, I don't know. Should I get Destiny? It's my destiny to get Destiny. Like
I don't know, but one thing they announced in this was the YPS4 with Destiny bundle, and that will launch in September 9th.
Also,
if you want the PS4, you want Destiny, buy this bundle, I guess.
Bundle, because this bundle rocks.
Yeah, go on. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, but Destiny, I don't know. It's alright, but.
The other thing is that apparently the PS4 also gets the first access on Destiny beta, which I believe is available right now.
Mm-hmm.
So go get it.
And then
as a PS4.
Go get them, PS4 fanatics, including you. Yes, you too.
Yes, you too. Anyways, the next game announced.
Yes, and then after that, PlayStation Community. Yeah, right. We get it. Just talk. We don't care.
I don't really know what the PlayStation Community was about. They didn't really explain that well, so I really don't care.
Anyways, there was a IP coming to the PS4, which is The Order 1886. Wasn't that game delayed? I believe it was delayed.
Was it? I don't remember hearing
it. It's like The Order. I think it's like Alan Wake or some sort, but you're like in the 19th century.
So
because
it's
you have
like a zombie game, if I recall.
It's a zombie game, yeah.
It's pretty much like a zombie game in the 86.
Yeah, but the first trailer, The Order, what I saw was not anything. It was besides zombies. But they said, oh, there's going to be zombies. But there was no zombies in the first trailer, from what I remember. And now they put a zombies. Yeah, okay, thank you. Now we know The Order is a zombie game.
So this was announced last year, right?
Yes.
Well, good thing I didn't remember because it was pointless to show it in the first place. It's like I said before, why the hell you show it if it's gonna take forever to release? It's just,
Anyways,
no.
after that, the word sounds like intertwined, but it's not. It's called Entwined.
It is a game available now on PS4,
PS4
right now.
Yep.
Get it?
I don't
what's
remember
this
what
game
it's
about? I didn't get it. I don't get
I
it.
think it's a medieval game or some sort. At least that's what I think it is. I could be wrong. But I don't know. Entwined, or is it? Wait, or is it that game that you are a caller and the other guy's the other caller? You have to face each other out. I don't remember now. Oh boy.
I don't know.
It's one of those. I think I'm right, but then again, who cares? Let's move on. Then they announced a game that's already on sales, the infamous game for the PS4. Second Son.
That was the DLC for.
The DLC, yeah, DLC.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, if you actually can buy that DLC without having the game, so that's cool. But you also get extras from it, and if you hear noise, that's because my brother is messing around with the room.
It's fine.
Blah. Anyways, I have really nothing to say. This DLC, I don't think it was worth to announce it in the press conference, to be honest. You could have just announced it anywhere else, to be honest.
And now let's go with Little Big Planet 3.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. It's the exact same thing in my eyes, because I look at the game like, it's the exact same thing as every other Little Big Planet game.
I don't see what you're talking about, because
the gameplay looks exactly the same as the previous Little Big Planet games.
If you're putting it like that, every game sequel is pretty much the same. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, the plot is different. I can understand that.
No. When we're talking about Little Big Planet, we're not talking about the plot. We're talking about the creative ways of creating levels. That's what Little Big Planet is about. Now, granted, what they announced is not a big deal, but they announced new characters for the game, which adds more gameplay variety and lets you play as other characters besides Sackboy. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's actually a lot more different from Little Big Planet 1 to 2 because it has more characters. So why do you say that? It's just like it's the same thing in my eyes, but yeah, isn't that the same for every other game sequel?
Oh boy. But yeah, Little Big Planet 3, go get it.
It's like saying Ratchet and Clank 2 and 3. They're pretty much the same game, only with different story. And different weapons and whatnot. It's the same thing with Little Big Planet. They just add new stuff and whatnot. And I think the new characters does give you more opportunities to create new ways to play the game. So I don't see what's wrong with that.
No, I don't see. No, it's not a problem. It's just I didn't know it was new characters. I saw the other characters, but I was like,
what? Were you just asleep in the part where they were presenting the new characters or something?
I thought it was just Sackboy again. I really thought it was. I didn't really know that. No,
really, that was the major thing in the goddamn thing. Even I paid attention to that part.
Well, I did.
And I better have a spam of attention. In fact, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Anyways, moving on.
Little Big Planet. I do like Little Big Planet 1. Never played 2, but it's probably better because they say so. And 3 sounds like fun because it has more characters, so it has more ways to play it, so that's good. So let's go to the next game.
Bloodhorn.
Which is a new IP, I believe.
Yeah, Bloodhorn. It looks interesting, but I don't know.
Something, I don't know.
It's worth something. Well, there you go. What else can I talk about?
I really can't talk about much about this game because it's just a terror.
Anyways, then Far Cry 4. There was an announcement saying that, you can invite friends on Far Cry 4 even they don't own the game. Is that even possible?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's quite possible. It's just depending on the game. I mean, it is possible to stream because I don't know if you know this, but there's actually a console where you can actually play the games while they're downloading. So if that's technically possible, it's completely possible to play while it's streaming the feed to the other's console. And now the technology is focused on sharing, I can see how that is possible. So, it's definitely possible. We might need downloads or something, but I don't know how that's going to work in the end. So we just have to see when Far Cry 4 comes out.
Yeah. And after this, it was. Do you remember the letters from the fans? Yeah, I thought it was hilarious at one point.
Yeah, that
because,
was hilarious.
Yeah, the guy whose letter was sent to, he was picking the letter, and then he was like, the guy was like looking at, wait, no, that thumb can't be from a 12-year-old. And then you zoom out everything. Oh, it's the creator. Oh, isn't that sweet? I was like, oh no.
He sometimes has a 7-year-old's voice.
Yeah, but
when people read their letters, it's like, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, after this, Dead Island 2. Yay.
We saw it there. It's I don't know if you know, but Dead Island is a zombie game. In case you couldn't tell from that part.
Why is it called Dead Island? Zombies.
Well, anyways, yeah, zombies.
Also, we'll have a DLC of Diablo 3, apparently. Or I wrote it will also affect Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. But I'm gonna guess like on that island.
I don't know what it was, but I do believe they said that Diablo 3 was gonna be ported for the PS4.
Yeah, oh, okay, so that makes sense then. Because I was thinking, wait a minute, Dead Island 2 will have a DLC? Oh, it's like reference to Diablo or something? No, okay.
Yeah, apparently you weren't paying attention. And
no, I thought it was that at one point, but I guess I was wrong.
Oh, it's a good thing that your span of attention is better than mine. Anyways, let's move on to the next one.
After that was Battlefield Hardline. We already know the game.
Ooh.
After that, Disney Infinity 2, the Collector's Edition, which will include the Avengers. Marvel! Yay!
Now Disney owns Marvel. Now get it? Yeah, let's go. So, what was that game about?
Yeah. Well, if you know Disney Infinity, it has like I believe Disney Infinity is kind of like an adventure game where you play as Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and all that.
No, I remember now what Disney Infinity is. It's like Skylanders.
Yeah, pretty much, Skylanders.
Only with Disney characters.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and all that jazz. But now this game will include the Marvel, the Avengers, Marvel characters, the Avengers.
Yeah, because now, like I said, Disney owns Marvel, so I guess that makes sense.
Like the whole Captain America, yeah, pretty much.
Hulk smash.
No, he must not say Hulk smash. He has to say something nicer.
Hulk does not smash? I don't know.
Hulk smash! Ho-ho!
That sounds so silly. That sounds so silly. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways, after that, an RPG called Magica 2.
Magica 2 is actually an indie game, by the way. It doesn't involve zombies.
Yeah, for some goddamn reason.
Because I just thought the indie games were zombies.
Yeah, it's an independent game.
Oh my god, Jesus. No, it's not an independent game. It's an independent company. It's like a one guy army or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Magica 1 was a Steam game. I don't know if it came out in the consoles. I'm not really sure about that, but I really don't care. It was like you actually use magic, combine magic, and play co-op with your friends.
I remember.
It's a very interesting game. I never played, but it did look really interesting, and I'm looking forward to this game as well.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a game called Grim Fandango. It's gonna be remastered. After all these years, Grim Fandango is gonna be remastered.
Yay! I never heard about that game.
Well, me neither. So, but it's a game that's been abandoned for years. It's kind of like Duke Nukem, in a way. It's been abandoned.
Okay, maybe this is good because people probably
they probably know the game.
Older than me, if I don't know.
Yeah, older gamers might know what this game is, so it's good for them, I guess.
Well, there's nothing much we can say about that.
No. Anyways, and then there was a bunch of games from a company that joined Sony called Devolver. These games are pretty much 8-bit style games in a certain way. There's one called Broforce. There's Titan Souls.
For indie games.
Yeah, pretty much independent games in a way. But they're all 8-bit. But they're all violent games.
Well,
Broforce, Titan
Souls. You really don't know what indie games are.
No, well, now I do.
They did say indie games on it. They announced a bunch of indie games that are
Broforce, Titan Souls. I'm gonna say
some of them are already in the console itself, so
so go get the Broforce, Titan Souls, Not a Hero, Hotline Miami, Wrong Number, and all that jazz. And then there's a trailer of another independent game, Talos Principle. The Talos Principle, I should say. Talos T.A.L.L.O.S.
What's that game about?
Apparently it's a medieval game. Again.
Shit, we're having
because
a
Talos Principle. Oh, yeah, it's a medieval game. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's an RPG because by the looks of it, it looked like it. It could be an open world game.
Most medieval games end up being RPG kind of style.
Or open world games. Yeah, true that. I can agree with that. So it looks cool. So we'll see about that once it comes out. Most of these games are gonna come out next year. So anyways, there's a trailer of a game. This game's name sounds odd. It's called Let It Die.
Well, that game is not going to come out, is it?
Let it die.
So, I don't have nothing written in this blog I'm reading, so what's that game about, NS, if you know anything?
Well, I think, let me see if I can remember a bit. I believe it's an adventure game or some sort. I could be wrong, like always, because my memory...
because you never know what type of game we see.
Yeah, but I believe Let It Die is kind of like action-adventure game, but it could be a rated M game for all I care.
It might be because of the title, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's a trailer of this company name is actually pretty funny. It's called Giant Squid. And the game's name is called ABZU. Or Abzu. It's called Abzu. You gotta say it like that. Abzu.
Abzu?
Abzu, yeah.
Abzu. Okay.
AB means water. It's a chemical name for water. ZU means to know. And apparently,
I know nothing.
Apparently, you're underwater of some sort, and you gotta have knowledge of some sort. I didn't understand.
Apparently, I was asleep during that presentation because I don't remember any of that.
You probably watched it live. I watched the recorded part.
No, I watched it recorded. This was like at 2 o'clock, NS. I had stuff to do in the morning.
All right. That's fine. But it looks interesting by looking at the trailer, but what about gameplay? Like, seriously, where's the gameplay, Giant Squid? We wanted a gameplay. We don't... Jesus, stop teasing us with your tease trailers.
Teasing seriously. With the tease trailer? Get it? Let's go.
Anyway, the next game, the trailer of a game called No Man's Sky. Now, No Man's Sky, but by the name, it looks like you're going to jump off a chopper or something. But no, that's not about it. It's an action-adventure game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But by the trailer, it looked interesting, but I don't think I would be interested. And my voice is cracking up.
Stop cracking your voice, then.
But anyways, the game's not interesting for me. But anyways, and then after that, hardware. Because we haven't had enough of PlayStation hardware, didn't we?
Well, what did they say? Because I know
remember the PlayStation Eye? Well, for the PS3, well, for the PS4, there's going to be a so-called PlayStation camera, kind of like do you know the Wiimote sensor bar? It's kind of like that, but with a camera on.
So pretty much like the Kinect, then.
In a way, it is like the Kinect. So my guess is, are they going to make like Wonderbook games for the PS4, allowing you to use the PlayStation camera or something? I mean, it would make sense for that.
I just don't care much about motion play, mostly because I suck at them, but that's beyond the point.
And there's a project they made, which is called Project Morpheus, which was a project they made for the PlayStation camera. And pretty much that was the name of the project until the PlayStation camera showed up. So pretty much that was the explanation. Yeah. And then after that, PSN software. Yeah, libraries. Yay, music. Yeah, and all that jazz. Also, YouTube on PS4. Didn't the PS3 have that? Like, seriously.
Well, Twitch, yeah, but they needed to update it. And plus I guess it's decent, but still. But yeah,
anyways, go, sorry.
Yeah, YouTube on your PS4, sure, but I have a laptop for that, so who cares?
Yeah. Also, Twitch and Ustream on PS4. okay, if it's to ship.
That's fine because technically you can stream on your PS4. Now you can see it on your PS4.
Seriously.
You can watch your stream on stream. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh boy. Also, there's where you make it's a software where you make profiles of yourself called Game On. Now my question is Game On gonna be a bit like you put a picture of yourself and then you put like, oh, I'm gonna show off my trophy list. Here you go, and then people are gonna look, okay, this guy has a lot of trophies that I do. Okay, thanks.
Is it not like what we have already?
Like seriously, come on.
Like
Game On, where you
or something. God.
Game On, where you achieve something in life. None.
Yeah, nothing. Anyways.
And then you have there was a trailer of some free-to-play games, like independent games and all that jazz.
Yay!
Like always.
Free-to-play. They're not independent, however. Shut up. You still don't know what the indie games are.
And then there was an announcement of PlayStation Now, which can also work on apparently some Sony TVs.
Yeah, that was also announced, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, okay, it was announced already last year that allows you to play PlayStation video games. Now you can
on the
your
TV.
PS4 and play it somewhere else or something of those words.
Yep, pretty much.
Overall, I guess it's good, especially if you want to record video games. But we'll see.
Anyways, then after that, there's PlayStation TV that allows you to play several video games. Yeah, music and all that.
We just talked about that like 5 seconds ago.
But I was gonna say the price. Sorry,
I would say the price already.
$99, which equals 99.
Not bad, but to be fair, yeah, I believe that there was a bundle for that.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it came with the. It came with the Lego game. The movie one.
Oh, the movie, the third Lego game,
version. So yeah, you can buy it with the bundle, but and also with the controller because I believe without that bundle you don't get a controller. It's just a thing.
Anyways, after this, well, we always asked ourselves, would they make another game of this franchise? Guess what? They did. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat Cross of 10.
No, it's 10. It's 10.
It's X.
Well, it's X.
It's Mortal Kombat X. They're trying to be smart. It's 10.
Yeah, but X in Roman number is 10. Technically, this is a 10 Mortal Kombat game.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, let's try to be smart for once. The first characters they appear were Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but then there are other characters that are going to be pretty much new characters. I don't know their names, so I know there's a giant guy with a little guy. The little guy's probably the brain, because the guy doesn't speak, and the little guy doesn't speak for him. And I'm like, oh God, oh no, oh please.
Yep.
But the
Mortal Kombat. Let's finish him.
Let's finish him with a fatality. And the trailer ends with a fatality, actually.
I think he ended more than one fatality, but whatever.
Yeah. But it was kind of funny. And then...
yes, because breaking everyone, every single bone is always funny. Anyways, let's go on.
And then they announced like a Sony TV series, but I don't know if that's what it is. It's called Powers. It's kind of like a comic book.
No, it's not a Sony TV. Well, I guess maybe it's developed by. Actually, it probably is. But anyways, that was like based on a comic from Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. It looked like Superman. The first face I saw.
It's like a detective trying to find who killed his superheroes and who killed his supervillains.
Yeah, I don't mind detective works. I like those type of shows.
It's coming to North America sometime. Where Portugal, I don't fucking know.
We'll find out, hopefully.
Never.
And then we talk
knowing
about...
how things work when it comes to this kind of stuff, that will never happen. I'm sure of it. Anyways, let's move on.
Then after that, PlayStation Plus. We all know that. And then
free games, let's go.
Trailer of the movie of Ratchet & Clank.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, the trailer itself was hilarious from beginning to the end.
Yes,
especially the end.
The movie is gonna be based on the first game, kinda. So they're gonna have like
they gotta add some characters.
And the designs are like based on the recent games. which I don't mind that much. It just feels weird that Rashid is using a different clothing that he was in the original when he didn't have that shirt on.
But whatever, it's movies, whatever. Also, they announced that they would make, after the debut of the movie, a Ratchet & Clank PS4 game. So, I don't know if they're making it now, but...
No, it's a reimagining of the first game.
Oh, remaster. Okay, thank you. Thank you for correcting me.
Not a remaster, a reimagine, which means they're remaking the first game based on the movie, probably.
Oh, alright.
Which is probably going to be interesting, seeing old weapons upgrading and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that game,
especially since the first game is like 12 years old now.
Yeah, it didn't have like the strafing, the upgrades weapons, which makes Ratchet & Clank games so popular. And the weapons weren't as big as they were in the other games, because, I mean, thinking about it, there's like few weapons that are really unique. Like, the only weapons that come to mind is like Morpho Ray and the Rhino, I guess.
Yeah.
And even that one is kind of generic if you think about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game.
Me too. I'm actually looking forward to that game because, well, man.
I couldn't tell by RC 2000. Okay.
Anyways, the next game was the remastered PS4 version of The Last of Us. Yeah,
yes,
we already knew that.
Now, I believe that also includes the DLC that came out not that long ago.
Yeah, it includes the DLC. So if you want to play the remastered version, go for it instead of playing the PS3 version. Because if you play the PS3 version, you need to buy the DLC.
That's a reason to buy a PS4, right?
Anyways, next up, Metal Gear Solid 5. The Phantom Pain.
Now,
I love we said that at the same time.
Okay. There's this one thing. Apparently, everyone liked, Ground Zero. Yeah, that's the name. Ground Zero was pretty good, according to everyone. I couldn't play it because, I don't have a console for it. Anyways, apparently it was really good. However, it was $60 for a really short game.
Oh, it's a very short
game. The price was put down by like $30, I believe. But it's still not that long of a game, so it's like many people complain about that. But the game was good, and the Phantom Pain is going to be 100 times bigger than that, so that's going to be interesting.
For the PS4.
Available.
Where you will play as Snake again, like always. No, Snake. Excuse me. Big Boss, I should say. Big Boss.
So that's going to be a game.
Yeah. Also, after this, GTA 5 is going to the PS4. Well, whoop-de-doo. I kind of figured out that would happen sooner or later.
Honestly, okay, with the Last of Us, I guess I can see that because it's one of the most popular games that came out in the PS3 recently. GTA 5, it's kind of the same, except not really, because GTA was a game that was already out. Many people were expecting a lot of things from GTA 5. If people wanted GTA 5 on the PS4, they probably already got it beforehand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it seems kind of pointless to port GTA 5 to the PS4.
Anyways, the next game, okay, this one's actually pretty interesting. Remember that Batman Arkham Knight was delayed, right? It was supposed to be out this year on our month, but on the 12th of our month this year. It was delayed, but they show one thing that I believe most Arkham games didn't have. The Batmobile. You can finally use the Batmobile after God knows how many years since the very first Arkham game. Like,
wait,
I mean,
Jesus, we couldn't use it in the first Arkham game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, first Arkham game I can understand you couldn't because you're on an island. But the second game.
Let's drive through Arkham Asylum. Whee!
Well, Arkham City would make more sense to use the Batmobile.
Well, I guess stuff are more bigger, and the PS4 and the Xbox One can process more.
Yeah, they can do that, I guess. But the Batmobile
the game is looking good.
But all I can say is that the last time the Batmobile was used in a Batman video game was Batman Begins, the PS2 game. That was ages ago.
Yeah, that game was also pretty good, though.
Yeah, it was, but it's short, though.
That game is really good, actually. It's a bit short, and
it's just short, but that's besides the point.
It doesn't have bosses either, so...
And then after that...
Beat guys up. Anyways, go on.
And then after that, the tease trailer, because there was no gameplay of this game, Uncharted.
Oh! Yeah! For PS4.
Thieves End. Yep.
Okay, so I actually didn't see this there. Apparently I was asleep. But yeah, it was announced. The graphics.
Yeah, Uncharted 4. It's like Nathan Drake is talking to Sully about, oh, please can I go one last time? When I heard that word, one last time, I'm wondering, is this the last game we will see Nathan Drake as the main character? Either that, or this is the end of the franchise of Uncharted.
Most likely.
Because
there's no Uncharted without Nathan Drake.
Yeah, Nathan Drake. Uncharted without Nathan Drake is not even funny. It's not the same.
It is like the comedy relief and the main character at the same time. But the graphics look really amazing. Although this is probably not game graphics, so I don't know.
But we'll see. There was no gameplay, I'll just tell you that. There was no gameplay, it was just a trailer. I can't wait to see what this game will have. I mean, Uncharted 3...
I know what it will have. A way to make it make almost dying yet again. Because...
And hey, if he dies, hey, at least
that's not gonna happen. He always survived from fucking something. And Uncharted 2 survived from a train almost falling out of a cliff. He fucking survived a plane crashing. I think he's okay. I think he can survive anything at this point.
Yeah, because Nathan Drake is Nathan Drake, bitches.
That's the reason for everything now, isn't it?
Yep.
I survived because, fuck it, I'm Nathan.
And that's the end of the Sony press conference. Overall Sony was actually pretty decent. I actually liked all the games they showed, especially the two last games.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as last year, but it still was better than the press conference.
Also, it showed like a little 2 seconds of video games they announced during that press conference. One of them was not announced. Guess what it was? Kingdom Hearts 2.5.
Well, NS, we did remaster. I really don't care.
Yeah, I know, but they showed a bit of
that's already coming out. Also, speaking of which, now that you mentioned that, apparently, sorry, I just caught a fly. I winter caught a fly. Disgusting. Anyways, speaking of 2.5, apparently the Bird by Sleep Final Mix part is not gonna have the Mirage Arena co-op. So, meaning there's no online for that. So you're only going to play that single player, which is kind of sad, but yeah.
Unless it's going to be local only.
No, it's not going to be local either. I said multiplayer in general.
Okay. So that's a sad thing. Also, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, as we're talking about it, there's going to be a bundle which will include also 1.5 for those that never bought 1.5 in the first place.
That's very nice, actually.
It's kind of a collector's edition, which has both 1.5 and 2.5.
That's really cool.
So if you never got 1.5 in the first place, you can get the bundle if you feel like it.
Alright, so after this intermission, let's go to the last kind of press conference.
But it was funny at the same time. The digital event of Nintendo!
Jesus Christ.
Starting off with Digital Reggie killing the monetary guy.
They were fighting each other at the beginning. That was hilarious. And that actually announced the new character for Switch.
You're thinking of Iwata and Reggie. That's like anime fighting style. I was like, why are they punching each other? Mm-hmm. What the crap are they doing?
It was the most hilarious thing ever. But
yeah. Well, they thought hilarious probably when they were rehearsing it. Okay, now you will punch me, and I'll punch you back, and then everything will go fast. Okay, done. And then Super Smash Brothers.
Anyways, with that they announced that me is confirmed to be in Smash Bros.
So every one of us are invited.
So technically, everyone is confirmed for Smash Bros.
Yep.
Even you over there. Yes, in the corner.
Either the 3DS version or Wii U version. Doesn't matter. You are a fighter. There's 3 types of Mii fighters. There's the brawler, which, the obvious kind of brawler that punches and kicks and all that jazz. There's the sword fighter, where you use a sword and shield. And there's the gunners, where you use guns.
Yay! We use guns as a gunner. I'm so surprised about that last one.
And then it showed the many modes that the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Can have.
Yeah, that is like Skywinders, only it's completely optional.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. It's like a collectible that you can use and just play with it with your game. And apparently other games are also going to have that later, so that's going to be interesting to see what they can do with that. Also, the release date for 3DS was changed, because originally it was going to be summer, but now it's not, because, fuck you, that's why.
They saw bugs, probably. The debuggers found something. Oh, saw a bug. Well, you better do it again.
Interesting enough, this will be released in October 3rd. Oop-de-doo, it's 3 days before my birthday.
Also, we saw. Hey, guess what we saw after that? Reggie. I
yes,
missed
because
that
we
guy.
don't have enough Reggie yet.
No, last year we never saw. We didn't see Reggie last year.
It's a crime against humanity. My body wasn't ready for that.
Oh no, Reggie is gone forever. Wait.
You can't have a Nintendo Direct without Reggie.
Or Iwata.
Or Iwata, but especially Reggie.
Yes, especially. They introduced kind of like what Skylanders, Trap Force, Disney Infinity, and Super Smash Bros. Wii U will have the Amiibos. You remember the Wii U where it has like that LED symbol? That's where the Amiibo is gonna be in.
Apparently, there was a point for that thing. After
All
all,
along, but they never thought of what should we do about this LED thing?
So I guess they had already this project in mind when they already created the Wii U, since it's already implemented to the gamepad.
Mm-hmm. But the Amiibo looks interesting. My question is, do you have to buy the Amiibos? Like in
No, it seems to be an optional thing, as they show in Smash. So, unlike Skylanders and Disney Infinity, it's optional.
Okay. But the Amiibos look cool overall.
Yeah, it's good for collectibles and whatnot. So if you like those things, yeah, definitely cool.
Sean Conroy will do that.
Most likely.
Yeah. Anyways, then the developers talking about the new Yoshi game. Most people thought it was gonna be Yoshi's Yarn, but the name is Yoshi's Woolly World because there's a lot of wool.
No, that's how it was introduced. It was Yoshi's Yarn as the name project, and
then now here's the real name of the game, Woolly World. Everything's made of wool, including Yoshi.
And this game is actually co-op, so it's gonna be fun to play.
Yeah, everybody can be Yoshi.
You can be Yoshi, you can be Yoshi, and you can be Yoshi.
But the game looks fun. I would get that now.
It's pretty much like the Yoshi Island games, only you're the yarn, and it's like Kirby Epic Yarn or Fart or whatever was it called.
And then after this game was announced, remember, you actually tweeted about, hey, remember that Explorer Toad of Super Mario 3D World? Well, it has now its own video game, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Now, you're the one that actually played, because...
yeah, but, I mean, it looks interesting. If it's gonna be all puzzles just like in Super Mario 3D World, I don't mind. If it's gonna be like that, it's gonna be an interesting game, because it's a puzzle game, and,
it's like one of the puzzle games you probably can download on eShop.
I just wish that Captain Toad would have power-ups or something, but...
they might have that. It's still probably undergoing
maintenance. Undergoing development as we speak right now.
Speaking of development, now we have Mario Maker.
Oh yeah, the Mario Maker. Oh my god, the Mario Maker looks fantastic. You can make either an old school Mario stage or a modern Mario stage. It's up to you.
It's up to you. You can make your levels if you're creative, but if you're not, well, fuck off, I guess.
Yeah, I'll make sure to not make a puzzle just like a Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Jesus.
Yeah. You know what kind of Mario Maker I would do? I would make one like
And you make a pad full of coins to the end.
No, not that. Not the coins. I was thinking one like you make like blocks, like stairs, until you reach the pole. Of the old school games, of course. So you can reach the pole easier. That's cheating, though, but that would be funny.
That's the way to cheat, yes. But
yeah.
I actually saw some like puzzles or rather levels that people made, and it looked really interesting because you can make pretty much anything there.
Anyways, after that,
go on.
Anything. But Mario Maker looks interesting. I would buy that because why not?
Fuck it, I have money to waste. Might as well.
Anyways, Eiji Aonuma, which is the creator of the Legend of Zelda games, there was an interview with him about the new Legend of Zelda game, which is still in development and has no name yet for the Wii U.
They show a bit of
It's like open world.
Yeah,
kind of like
it's gonna be more open world with more.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's the game? Not Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess, kind of. Or Sky.
I guess Majora's Mask would be more suitable because
I guess Majora's Mask would be more suitable because they were both open world anyway. Because So this Legend of Zelda game will be an open world game in a certain way. So yeah, interesting. But the thing is, what's going to be the plot?
Well, we don't know. I really don't care about plots when I'm playing a video game, so let's move on.
Anyways, Pokemon. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of Pokemon, you know the FIFA, not FIFA, the video game, the FIFA World Cup that's going on right now. Japan's mascot, I'm not kidding, it's Pikachu, and
I already knew that. Let's move
I
on.
was like, what the crap is going on here? You gotta put a picture
know
of
that. It's been, no, I'm not gonna put it, I'm lazy.
Even there,
that involves work, which I do not feel like.
The jet airplane they came to Brazil, it has the Pokemon of Gen 3 and Pikachu. I'm wondering, oh god, they're crazy, aren't they? They wasted all that money just for a mascot. Oh, Pokemon, why not? We wanted Mario, Legend of Zelda and all that, but it was too expensive, so we went for Pokemon.
Guess fuck it, why not?
Anyways, now back to the video game.
I guess you went for because of the super training, because you do use soccer balls for that, so...
Yeah, I guess so, why not? Anyways, now back to the video game department. Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. With including...
Gen 3, yay! Let me finish my sentences.
Also includes Mega Evolutions.
Yes, the starters from Gen 3 are gonna get Mega Evolutions. We already had, Blaziken's Mega Evolution, but now the two also gonna get it.
Sableye is gonna have a Mega Evolution as well. I saw that.
Yeah, Sableye has been confirmed to also have a Mega Evolution. It looks actually pretty cool. There's also the Garden and Kyogre are also gonna have special Mega Evolutions, which are like ancient forms of them or something.
Yeah, ancient form. So it's more of a Stone Age version of them.
Pretty much.
Now my question is, will this be like the Game Boy Advance game where Omega Ruby will have only Team Magma and Alpha Sapphire will only have Team Aqua? That's my question.
That's the answer right there.
because come on, if this is going to be the exact same thing as the Game Boy Advance games, come on.
Of course, that was the point, to have the different teams in the different games, because they...
Yeah, but I wanted both teams in both games.
They are in both games, technically.
Yeah, but it's just one team in one game. That's the thing.
And that was the plot of those games. If you want to play with those, just go play Emerald.
Yeah, but I just wish they would remake Emerald as well. But
I really don't care.
I do.
I don't, and that's what's important. I'm the leader here.
Anyways,
do what I say. Go back to your room.
After Pokemon, we went back to a game that Chuck Connor actually lost a lot. Bayonetta
2, finally.
Which will include also...
God knows how long it's been announced, God.
Yeah. Also will include Bayonetta 1 as a bonus.
That's cool, because the Nintendo, there was no Nintendo version for the first game, so it's a cool thing if you never played.
Download Bayonetta 1, so you can play Bayonetta 2 afterwards.
So,
it was interesting.
There were DLC costumes for Nintendo characters as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think Bayonetta looks interesting, graphically speaking.
I never played the game, but
I
heard
saw
good things about it, so I probably should look forward to this game.
Anyways, after this, developers of multi-developers of a bunch of games. It's a game called Hyrule Warriors, which will include Dynasty Warriors, I believe, and the Legend of Zelda characters.
You really a lack of attention, don't you?
I think it's Dynasty Warriors and...
Okay, let me explain better.
I know it's Legend of Zelda.
Hyrule Warriors is a game developed by the same team as Dynasty Warriors, which is the same kind of gameplay where you beat the shit out of everything.
Pretty much.
And it looks interesting, because I'm really looking forward to this game since it was announced, because I do like Destiny Warriors games. And I further explain to you, because you probably didn't play a Destiny Warriors game, neither did I, but we did play something similar. Try to guess what?
Is it a game I know? Oh, we both know.
It's a game you have, both of them, in fact. They're a game based on an anime. You have two of them, one of which is downloadable.
One Piece?
Yes.
Yeah, the open world part. Yeah, of course.
Those games are also, I believe, they're also made by
Namco Bandai.
I think they are, but I'm not really sure. I'm gonna check that pretty quickly while you talk about
But Hyrule Warriors pretty much is just beat everybody up. It's kind of like she said, One Piece. The One Piece gameplay. It's kind of like a One Piece gameplay. It is pretty much. And you beat the hell out of everybody. You get rubies. I think they said they would give you. You will use the rubies to buy upgrades for your weapons and shields, which I find it all nice. So this game is actually one of the highly anticipated games, and in my eyes,
I was right. They made One Piece Pirate Warrior, so yes.
Yes, it's now
They are a team in the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Namco Bandai. All right.
Anyways, after this, well, most people wanted Kirby. Here you go, a trailer Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Video game for the Wii U.
Apparently, it's one that you use like a stylus controls.
Yeah, I use the stylus too.
I don't like that. Well, it's not a bad gimmick. It's just I prefer Kirby by using the stuff
by itself.
Which, speaking of which, I probably should buy the Triple Deluxe for the 3DS.
The 3DS one, yeah.
Because that is like Return to Dreamland, only portable and with some extra stuff like fighting with different power-ups and whatnot. That sounds so good. I really should get the game. Why don't I have the game yet? Tell me!
But Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, it looks interesting if you want to use the stylus. I mean, another reason for you to use the stylus a bunch of times, because the stylus, I think the stylus was, just used to pick O's and all that. But this time in this game, you got to use a lot the stylus.
It just didn't seem that interesting, to be honest. Kirby Epic Yarn sound more interesting. And you can't die in that game. Then again, I don't really care about dying in video games.
Anyways, after this, of the Kirby game, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yes! Cross.
Cross.
I don't know. We're never gonna know. But anyways, many people were expecting to also be a HD version of Xenoblade, the original Xenoblade Chronicles that came out for the Wii. Which, honestly, I also would like that because I want to play that game. That game is so awesome. But getting a new Xenoblade game is also cool. It's a action RPG.
Yeah, it's a Japanese game, of course.
Apparently, you can also make your own character in that game, and hopefully you have more character than... Okay, you probably don't have much character because...
you don't have a lot of them.
But you do more in the plot, unlike certain games that I know. But I'm looking forward to that game, and I wish I had a Wii U and money. Especially money. So I can buy it.
It looks interesting overall, but we'll see about it once it comes out. Pretty much.
We'll see.
Anyways, there was a trailer of a game that looks like what's the sport that has? It looks like a paintball game. Only difference is you have to put paint on the floor. It's called Splatoon. There you go.
Splatoon is a third-person shooter, but a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a paintball game, like you said, but used as the gimmick as you can turn into a squid and use your own link to surf on it or ride on it.
Pretty much. It looks pretty. The gimmick is actually pretty cool.
I don't know. It was a really interesting game. It's like one of those. How should I put it? One of those multiplayer shooting games. It's more interesting because of the ink kind of thing. Actually, if you think about it, there's not many Nintendo shooters, and the shooters that they develop are really more interesting than generic, because Nintendo is not about being generic. That's one thing for sure. But yeah, it looks like interesting. I hope there's like a campaign for single players, so people that are not much into multiplayer that can play that game and have fun regardless. So yeah, it looks like a really good third-person shooter. So.
But yeah, Splatoon. It looks interesting, but I don't know. Should I play paintball? Should I do this?
We'll see more as it comes on. But for now, let's skip to the next game.
The next game, well, there's no more games except the teaser trailer of Lady Palutena joining the Super Smash Brothers. That was actually the last part.
Yes. After so much troll from that trophy that we saw of Kado Palutena, I forgot the name. Whatever. I'm just making names now. Anyways, she's been confirmed to Smash.
And
so,
also,
yes, many people wanted that. So yeah, cool.
And also,
where's Ridley now?
And also, Palutena apparently is faster than Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's totally not possible.
Well, she's a goddess, of course.
Well, fuck it. We'll see that when we get the game.
And it ends up with Mr. Miyamoto. Miyamoto!
Indeed, showing a project about the gamepad. I didn't pay attention to that part, so...
Me neither. I was just like, just go see Miyamoto, I don't care.
Okay, before we finish off this part of the Nintendo, they also announced a character for a Smash kind of character. Yeah, because we didn't have enough of them. So try to guess what character it is, NS, if you didn't hear it.
Is it from a series that I know?
Well, yeah, most likely it's quite popular, I mean.
Quite popular.
I'm pretty sure you know, for a fact. It involves Namco, it involves Namco, so.
Involves Namco.
Because Namco, if you remember, is the one that is developing this game with Sakurai. So
yeah, Sakurai always does.
What's the biggest mascot from Namco?
Pac-Man! Oh, I remember now. Yeah, Pac-Man was confirmed. I know.
Apparently you forgot about that.
No. Now you said Namco did the biggest mascot. Of course it's Pac-Man.
So Pac-Man has been confirmed. We are all happy.
The walking
The world is fine now.
The walking Pac-Man, not the... The walking Pac-Man, not the Pac-Man of the old days.
Well, it would be kind of hard to control something without feet. But anyway,
and his
overall,
arms.
what do you think about the Nintendo digital?
Nintendo actually was interesting because...
honestly, I was a bit split at first. Which one was better? If it was the PlayStation or
Nintendo.
But I think Nintendo did better because it had a lot more games, I believe, and it's just a lot more interesting.
And there was a lot of behind the scenes. There was a lot behind the scenes of certain games.
Yeah,
like Legend of Zelda.
That was kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at this beautiful sight. Don't you love this open world place? Yeah,
but there was a lot more games on E3, which we would like to talk about, but we're not going to do that.
Nope, because
I'm really looking forward to many of these games, which I probably won't buy because I don't have that money.
Oh.
Yeah, overall, what do you think about this E3 this year?
Well, this E3 was a lot better than last year's, I'll tell you that much, because last year was a little disappointing because this company didn't announce a lot of games, this company announced a lot of games, and this announced a lot of games and whatnot, but this one was a lot better. I can tell you that. This E3 was a lot better.
Smash! That's all we have to say. Because Smash was probably the most one that wanted right now. Because after the E3, the press conference were over, the only thing I did was pretty much watch the Treehouse and check the Nintendo games. Mostly Smash, which looks really good right now because goddamn that thing looks beautiful on the Wii U. I didn't watch much of the 3DS version though, but I'm looking forward to play that version because fuck it, it's 3 days before my birthday. It's gonna be my birthday present, and I'm fucking gonna get it no matter goddamn what.
And you're gonna play the glove guy. I forgot his name now.
The what now?
The glove guy. The guy that has boxing gloves. He's one of the Smash characters.
Yeah, the guy. I forget his name now.
The guy from the 1980s.
And the remade.
Remade, yeah. Right.
Chuck Norris, no.
no. Doesn't have a beard.
Anyways, I guess that's all. That's all the games.
If you loved E3 this year like the rest of us, well, congratulations.
Congratulations. You can talk about it in the comment section. For now, we shall play more video games.
Pretty much, because we have
sucking at them because we are two idiots.
Play.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Whatever it will be.
Sayonara.